Well, some people asked for a walkthrough of my Oakley edition 2012 Jeep JK Wrangler Limited. So I figured I might as well give it a shot. So see what I can come up with. 2012 Orange Crush Oakley edition. No, they did not offer this. I did it myself. Just as simple as some vinyl decals that I cut myself, put on there, along with some different emblems and stuff like that, just to give it that extra look that I like. Even down here, some stuff like that. Embroidery on the seats. Did all the Oakley embroidery on the seats myself. And just different little knickknacks and stuff, just little bags. Oakley bag here. I've got a gear shade top, a company local that makes these toppers. And you can see even like Oakley zippers, different things like that. And other details here, just on the seat belts, a placard here, and on the Quadratec floor liners. They actually, it was a perfect space to actually put Oakley logos. Got one there, and even I got an orange one here in the back. Different things like that I would think would make it cool. But we come around back, and I don't know if you saw my other videos, but down here I have this bumper is actually running water. The bumper holds about 8 gallons. You come over here to this side. Come over here to this side. You can see you have the running water down here. Also compressed air works right there. And then on this other side here, actually 120 volt power inverter. That's strong enough that I was actually running impact gun to take the lugs off my Jeep. I also have this cover I built out of just some 3/4 inch wood, and also it's called Hydro Turf, mainly used on jet skis. They use it in the footwells to keep, anti-slip. Works really great. Built that. It uses the hardtop mounting holes to hold it down, so I don't have to do any screwing in. Also, I made this little tray in here that's just big enough to hold my 2 soft side windows and back window, so that way they can be out of the way, and never have to worry about it getting wrinkled. And then down here, so with that cover, it keeps everything in here locked and secure. There's just anything from first aid kits, handheld radios, handheld ham radios. I got a tough book in here. My hose up there for my running water. That's extension cord. Just a toolbox back there. It's funny enough, it's just a small scuba tank that'll give me about 20 minutes underwater if I want to do some quick diving for some lobster or anything like that. One-time use grill, flashlight, knife, jacket, rain jacket, just pretty much anything I would think of that I would need. Then over here, this is one of the tailgate tables, which works nice for just needing some work area. And also some more Oakley bags that are mounted to that as well for storage and different kind of things like that, like jumper cables, another inverter, different things like that. Then we move up here. This is a Go Light by Stryker. It can move up and down. I'm doing this with a wireless remote control right now. And it can turn on and off, obviously. I can run it with a wireless remote or also a joystick up from overhead console, which you'll see here in a second. That's my CV antenna. They're 35-inch mud terrains, a 2.5-inch lift, suspension lift. This is my ham antenna, and then also my regular just radio antenna right there. They don't interfere with each other, which I was kind of surprised. I'm going to come around front here. This is a bumper actually from E-Auto Grills. I was actually surprised at how well it fits perfect. It's a great bumper. The winch, which is also wirelessly controlled and controlled on my overhead console. Inside here you'll see this little gadget that actually will imitate a cop radar. So if I push a button that I installed behind my steering wheel, that'll actually set off somebody's radar detector. Kind of fun when someone blows by you speeding. You can push the button, they think they're getting tagged, and they slam on their brakes. Just a good time. These are some Hella 500 lights. That's actually the stock fog lights from my stock bumper that I put back onto this aftermarket bumper. Might as well keep it if you got it, right? High lift jack. This is a poison spider hood louver. This is a cop searchlight, post-mountable searchlight. They work great. Most people know how they work. I have a video on this as well, you can see, but turns any direction you like. Great for off-road, just when you want to look anywhere you want and don't have lights everywhere. And now this here is my overhead console that I custom built. It's hard to see the lighting in here. But it's a 3 or 4 radio spot console, which I have right now an Android, ham radio, scanner, and CB, also with a lot of other controls. Let me walk you through these here. Starting up here, you have controls for your winch, in and out. This is going to activate the winch by turning it on. You can see light turns on, activates the winch. And this joystick here is for my rear spotlight, the ghost striker light that you saw before. This turns it on. And guys, if you look back here, it'll move as well, just using the joystick. So you can either use the wireless controller or the joystick. This little button panel I made here, this opens up. These are 2 different garage doors that'll open up. This powers my inverter on. My off-road lights, this is some kind of like under the Jeep lights and trail lights. And this turns the fluorescent lights on and off in my garage where I'm coming in. This area up here, that's to hold sunglasses. I got a Cobra 29 limited CB radio. This is a scanner, scans all kinds of radio frequencies from CB to ham frequencies, 800 megahertz, stuff like that. This radio up here that's a ham radio. That's a Yasu FTM 350. Great little radio. Dual channel UHF and VHF radio. Down here, this is my 7-inch Android tablet that I mounted in here. This can pretty much do almost basically having a car computer without having the whole full computer. Right now this is set up running an application called Torque. This is talking to my OBD2 sensor in my Jeep. Somebody's trying to get this in here so you can see everything. You've got GPS in the top left corner. You have different miles per gallon speed, GPS speed, different things like that, voltage, temperatures, coolant intake, air temperature. You have RPMs, which if I rev my Jeep up, you can see the RPMs go up. Also inclometer, different things like that. You can actually switch between this and have different pages of information. Like this is all GPS, except my GPS height. I don't know why it thinks I'm negative 90 feet. It's not possible. All inclometer tells you kind of what G-forces, different things like that. This will tell me engine revs with MPG and speed, so like if I rev my engine again, you'll see the RPMs go up. And also all the charts and everything go up there. And if this do like 0 to 60s, tells you stuff like that. That's just kind of an overview of everything my Jeep's reading right now. And also trip times, stuff like that. Pretty cool little device, and since it's an Android, you can exit out of this and basically do whatever you want. Here's my GPS. GPS is Google Maps, which is great. You can also do satellite view, which is great for off-roading. You can see all the trails. Even if they're not marked as actual trails, you can see where you're going. Exit out of this. You can even just search the internet too. That's my calendar. It's hard to do this here. Search the internet. There's Google. My Jeep is a Wi-Fi hotspot, so it always has internet wherever I go. This here's the side. It's hard to see outside. That's for my Bluetooth. It's like a Bluetooth headset for my ham radio, which is pretty cool. Down here, just a 7-inch touchscreen radio. There's a DVD player, backup camera, all that. What's great about this is I have an iPod hooked up to it all the time, which is permanently mounted and secure. So I can real quick search through all my playlists, albums, artists, and see pretty much whatever I want to see without actually using my iPod. So it's all controlled from there. That's pretty basic stuff. But I like to have my GPS and my radio separate. I like to be able to keep my GPS open while I'm changing tracks, so that's why I have 2 different devices. Like I said, the cop A-pillar searchlight here, just different little knickknacks and stuff up here, handles, different bags, even more different Oakley things. There's even an Oakley on my grab rails. And under my center console here, you can see I try to keep my wireless remotes from my Go Light, the radar gun, different things like that. And even inside here, it's hard to see, not much light, but that's the power inverter. That's basically an outlet and USB ports inside the Jeep. It's also running off the 1500 watt inverter, which is under the seat. You can see it down there. And that's running power to my entire Jeep if I want it on or off. I just hit the switch, it turns on up here. If I push the switch, now I have inverted power, which is great. That's pretty much the walkthrough of my Jeep. I'm sure there's things I've forgotten, but it's pretty much a good overview of everything I've gotten.